Hey, Zidoragi back again after getting some food in my belly and with my good buddy.
Chew-Toy back at the helm for Warframe.
So we are back again and we are ready to go with the stupid shit.
Alright.
Anyway, what's that mastery rank test thing?
Oh, right. So in Warframe, you get a mastery. It's every time you level up, your standing with different factions and stuff can go up through the maximum total you can get per day. Also, this level determines if you can use certain weapons and gear. It's not all available if you're at the bat. And obviously, you've got to hunt the gear down and craft it or buy it, but you also have to be a certain proficiency rank to do it. This has been sitting here for like the longest time. I don't honestly care. Once you get past like 16, which is half because the max is 30. But once you get past rank 16, you can pretty much use anything in the game, any Warframe. I mean, I have yet to see anything that says requires higher than that. So I'm like, I'm Gold Eagle. That's good enough for me right now. Alright, so we are going to do a quick mission, probably an exterminate. More than likely on the Zerman, since they're the highest level enemies I can do without Steel Path or without a Void fight. See how much of a damage improvement this build I had for Styanax is. What is it? It is the Corpus occupying. Okay. That should be good enough. 50 to 55 enemies? Sounds good to me. Oop, hold on. Damn it. Oh, by the way, if you're at the point of the Zerman and you are trying to grind for those special weapons, turns out you can use as long as you've done every single mission on these nodes, you can drop one of these distillers, and the Encharti Lanthorn, those rare ass things, give a chance to be acquired. And trust me, you get up to 8 of them from this thing if you're lucky. So now we go.
Chair squeaky.
It's rubbing against your fridge, so it's. Huh. There we go. Nice squeaky. Oh, fun fact! This is actually the top part of your orbiter. It detaches and flies to your mission objective.
Huh. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either until I saw it at the base on Earth. It's like, that doesn't look like it fits. Well, it doesn't because it's not the original one to start with. Oh yeah, that's still. Hi, that's the very paradox in there.
That doesn't sound like fun.
That's the thing with the snake.
Greedy, plundering, Corpus bastards that come aboard without permission.
Mommy, help me, I'm scared.
Mow them down without a second thought.
Oh, come on. Yep, he wants me to kill Corpus. I am not going to bother with my primary. I got to level up first, but this little rat here is going to do some work. So now, how much energy do I have? 125 out of 400. Let me fix that real quick. So I got max shield. I want to make sure I have as much energy as possible. So I want to do a damage comparison.
Don't slow down now. Body count can go way higher.
The thing I'll do is I'll use the standard javelin. Oh, that's a cool little thing. I didn't know that. Little animation for the pistol looking around. Okay, so standard damage with his first ability without the buff and work.
Too bad the distillers only get
attack
one
us
of
and
those
we will
4
counter.
hours.
Yeah, that's true. It is true, but and the Lanthorn is the least common among them. But trust me, it is the second highest probability. The first is doing this. If you just go to the exterminate or the mobile defense here, and you just run through the mission, there's a high chance of getting it as a reward. It also appears if you break containers in the map. Being very considerate for this.
Happy you're here. Now, have the students wandered off
you see the bounties from the Zerman, some of them say you can get free lanthorns as a reward. I did the math with a little bit of help from some people on a Reddit forum. Yeah, the probability of you getting that as a mission reward is like 3%. Whereas if you do this mission, you've got like a 10% just for getting as a reward, and if you break every single container you see, like these things, in a mission, it's one of those ones that will pop on the bottom left, I think, if you like that. It'll pop like that if you get one. There's a higher chance. And then the distiller has a chance of giving you 8 of them, but it's like 1 in every 5, I think. So, all right. So all right. So back to what I was doing. Axios Spear. Okay, it one-shot that walker. Oh, almost did. Nope, took that much health off. All right. So now if I can activate this rally point, I want to do that, but elemental ward. Oh yeah! Holy shit!
Damn!
It killed one guy, and it chained right into the other. Okay, yeah, that works.
Good God!
Yeah, oh, there's an Eximus. Right there. All the comments. Yeah. Those of you who are watching, how much do you hate what they do with the Eximus units in this since the update? I get they wanted to make them more challenging, you know, to make gameplay balanced, but having that extra shield gauge sometimes kind of screws you over, especially considering that over shield gauge, I found out, has a 50% resist to all statuses.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, they want, because it used to be if you found an Eximus, they were strong. Yeah, they had special abilities, but you could kill them pretty easy, just like that. If you have a strong weapon, they want to make him a more like if anyone's played the Borderlands games, it's like a super badass enemy, basically. Hello, where? Oh, they got faulted for no reason. I'll spray it away. Alright, so it looks like we just...
I was gonna ask why you suddenly turned into a grasshopper.
Oh, I can do that. Whee! Oh, speaking
Don't
of...
fall down the pit.
It doesn't hurt you, actually. Bye! Ah!
Such things should not exist, Alistair says.
Yeah. Okay, Cyclone still does work on higher level enemies. That's great. I'm glad they're not nerfing this tenant weapon.
Keep letting me know if anything on the audio sounds off.
Oh, yeah. Oop. I just killed that man's ghost.
What the hell?
Yeah, Thrax enemies. They're a new enemy that got introduced in the Zeramin here. They're like void specters, I guess. They possess people and transform them into something new. And the only way to actually kill them is to kill the specter itself, and you can only do that with your operator's weapon because it uses void energy. So I have its arm cannon.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so against regular enemies, that's the standard Axios Javelin. Is it Axios Javelin? I can't remember. I can't remember the name. This is still a new frame. Yes. Cool, I remember that. Alright, so the Javelin gets a nice big power buff while it has the... What? Did you ever just see that thing just clip through the door?
Yes. And now it...
Hi. You need to stop that now. This is not Bethesda. You should not exist.
Oh joy, another enemy you can only kill by leaving your warframe set out.
They're actually fairly easy. I'm using the weapon I have right now is the Scirocco, the one you get from the Drifter. It's not very strong. I got it maxed out. It's not very strong, but one solid shot to the face, even if they're like a level 80 enemy for the Spectre, it will kill it instantly. Yeah, this thing does okay damage, but against enemies who are susceptible to void damage, it can one-shot kill.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, they wanted to make the operator there's a big major update to operators when the new war came out. It used to be like...
Compared to the last time I played, operators as a whole are a new thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, I played, like, 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah, you played the freaking beta or something like that. It might as well have been the open world beta, right? Not even open world, it might have been the open beta. If you actually...
No, there was no open world there. It was all... You know, the closest thing to an open world was you were inside your ship, and then, it was like Destiny 1, but even more restrictive.
Yeah. 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 For those who are tuning in, he played back when there was a stamina gauge, and there was fall damage. I don't know how he even bought... Ow. Fuck you, Rock. Stop that, and you stop that too. Don't want that. Ooh! Hello. Sure. Oh yeah, like cracks. Knock him out, and 60,000 damage to the face. I say that kills things. God. That was just with my amp. I'm still. And by the way, this is one of the weakest amps in the game. I'm still trying to build a strong one. Those take freaking materials that are a pain in the ass to. I hate this Xmas the most after the updates. Shield bullshit! I'm microwaving your insides. You shouldn't be able to block that. Oh, hold on.
Still here in double, or is it back to normal now?
He's not dead, but that was still funny.
At the same time, Alistair just made a comment. A stamina gauge for a machine, as well as fall damage for them? Gee, glad I didn't play the beta.
Yeah, fun fact, that wasn't even the beta. I'm just saying that because that's what it sounded like to me. No, that was version 1 of the release game. That was back when DE only had 3 warframes and there was only the first few missions on Earth. They didn't even have the Kubros yet. That was like one of the very first updates they did. Okay, what? When I froze. Yoink! Ah, that's right. It has a special field that activates. I forgot the field, like...
I was gonna say I feel like an old man from that, but then I realized you're actually older than me.
Yeah, I know, by 3 years.
No, it's 2 years now, because I just turned 30 the other day.
Well, I'm pretty much 33. Yeah, I might even pay attention. I'm gonna get my stuff filled here, bitch.
Yeah.
What? Why? Ow. What? Ow. Ow.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I straight up charge shot that Moa and just kept... Like that one is right there. Just kind of walked away like a little smug bastard. Okay, you know what? Oh, this is not nearly as effective. Oh god! I need you to die.
Uh-oh.
Overshield, please. Kill! Give me overshield. I forgot this weapon was not finished. Oh, there it goes. Just take a second. I got microwave brains. But yeah. Is it up in the top there? Oh. Huh. There's usually... No, I don't see them in the top there. Hey, you can stop that. I'm trying to... Oh, there you go. Casper, fuck the hell off.
Nani the pizza?
Oh my god, what? That's a feature?
It's not a bug, it's a feature. What the hell?
Okay, apparently hitting... There's a bug report. Hitting a Thrax with the Axios Javelin makes their spirit jump out of their body and not...
And go full T-pose. What the hell?
Yeah, you're not kidding. Okay. You know what? Oh, what? Bye. Oh, that's the nerf they were talking about. Shit. Yeah. For any of you who saw the damage from his last ability and wondered why it was so low, yeah. Apparently, Styanax has already gotten like 3 nerfs, and they are mostly for his last ability. Sure, you throw 37 spears, but their damage has been severely ridiculous. He does not want to die. Okay, that's like the most durable frax I've encountered in this mission. Yeah. That's why I was trying to do this build right now to see if it works. There's got to be some way to offset the nerf they did on his last ability and still make them viable. At the moment now, with the way he's been nerfed, I'd say he's only like a mid-tier frame now. When he was first released, when I first used that last ability of his, it did so much damage that he could have easily been high tier. Not S tier, but you know, way up there. Now he's like middle.
Oh, he just said, Al said, the Thrax is trying to assert its dominance.
Well, that's why I bring a mini microwave cannon with me, because fuck you. And the horse you rode in on.
Fuck you and the horse you killed to get here.
Yeah. The Tenant Cycron. It is basically... Oh, hi, friend. I forgot you spawn sometimes.
Aren't you going to introduce me to
Mushy
your
Mushy?
playmate?
Moshi Core. One of the Kuvaliches I converted. It's been a long time since I actually had a Kuvalich spawn. There's been I don't know, they might have fixed that too to make it for balance. Oh, bye!
Yep. Bye, Felicia.
I forgot, Moshi Core's got a freaking... Oh yeah, he's got the Tong Core. Good Kuva weapon. Not high on the tier list though. Still strong. Eximus. Yeah. So there are 2 weapons in the game for those who don't know that are after this. It's the new core and the Cycron. The standard versions of them, they don't chain. The Cycron was a solid piercing beam, which that's right, you're crab, which could puncture armor 3 damage.
Crab people.
The new core, it's the same thing, except it was just a pulsing wave of radiation. So basically, a microwave cannon. The upgraded versions, the Kuva new core and the Tenant Cycron, respectively, massive upgrade. They can go out and chain to, I think with the recent updates, when they updated the Tenant weapons, they also updated the Kuva new core. I think now they both can chain up to 3 enemies after the initial one. Let me test that for you. Hey, you stand there.
Oh,
Yep.
Apparently Alistair's trying to get a Kuva too, but the grind for the correct glyphs and relic that hold these glyphs is evidently driving him absolutely batshit.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something. I was having a similar issue trying to get the specific rune. If you happen to have
were quite angry with me.
the money available, there
Running off
is,
with you like
if you
this.
spend real fun money, there is a Requiem mod bundle you can get in the store. And seeing as how each Requiem now has 3 uses, like, I'll tell you this right now, when the Kuva first came out, the Kuvaliches, the Requiems only had 1 use each, and there was no Ool Requiem either. Those were only introduced till after the second half of the Sisters of Parvos. That's right. I can lead the mission now. Okay, so in regards, yes, his having the shield does increase his critical chance, but because the damage buffs, even with this, yeah, because now my base shield right there, well, it counts. Oh wait, yeah, it goes up by 365, so it's only a minor increase. It doesn't make up for the nerf he had, so alright. Whoever mentioned earlier about Harrow's ability, they might be onto something about that, because it is per enemy rather than just a set number. So, food for thought, just had to see if it would work. Then again, I only have the base increase to ability strength, so if I had something like 150 or higher, it might be a better number. But yeah,
That was a very flowery thing. Hey, hello. Hi, naked man.
yeah, it's a default specter of Excalibur when characters are trying to load in. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I was freaking. Ooh, hello. That is. Oh, that's Gyre. I like the color. It's pretty. See, there's the new Titania skin with someone else. Ooh, hold on.
Oh, what happened?
I teleported. That was Mirage Harlequin's agile animation. I know things. Okay, I thought that was another Steinax. That's Wukong. Monkey.
Monkey.
Return to Monkey.
Alright, Trainwrecks.
I'm not a hair pound gorilla.
I'm turning into one. Snake! What the hell?
Oh, that's the triple dragon ephemera. It's you can only get I think it's it's supposed to be a dragon or something. I think that's available from one of Neja's custom skins. I think the Empyrean, maybe? I don't remember. It's been a while since I actually seen anyone use that. Who are you? Ooh, I recognize the helmet. That is that's a Nova. That's the Nova Copra. It's kind of merging with.
Yeah, he's kind of merging with whatever.
That's Saren Prime. Yeah, Saren isn't the gas. Oh, and for anyone in chat who's wondering, this is the Xbox One version, not the PC or the PlayStation. So if you wanted to say hi or do a mission, you could, but this is only really a test today as well. But good news, DE did announce that around December time they're gonna be hoping they'll launch the crossplay, so people on PlayStation can play people on Xbox and PC. So hopefully, so the Zeraman, you can do missions from that guy to get your standing up. You can talk to this guy to get the Incarnon weapons, which I finally got 3 mastered at. And they're all cool weapons. But there's still 2 more to unlock. One is this thing, which is a Tonfa style weapon, and there's a second rifle, which splits into 2 semi-auto pistols when it reaches the right criteria. The lady over there you can trade stuff in to increase your standing, even more so than the missions, and then there's a custom house you can have in here called the Dormal, whatever the hell it's called. I don't even bother with it. I don't need to have a. You really can't even do anything in there. Hold on, who's? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be nice when it finally rolls out, so we can sort of, all mix together instead of being one big old disjointed pile of weird.
Yeah. Yeah. That's especially considering I might actually be able to get people to join my clan. So I've been playing Warframe. I've logged. My total login days are like 830 days, but 2 years I spent on and off. Like I'd play for a month, and like 3 months would pass, and then I would play a little bit. And then, but the past like 3, I've been playing like the past 3 years straight. So yeah. I've been around for a lot of the updates, not all of them. And when I first started, I made a clan called the Noble Phantasms because, hey, Fate Zero was a good show, or a good series, and according my railjack is even named after freaking Skandar's chariot, Gordius wheel. Just because I. Is it?
I still think Iskandar is a jackass.
Which one, old or young?
Yes. The young one's a prick, the old one's a jackass.
Yeah, no, Gilgamesh is more of the freaking jackass, but whatever. At least he
I just want to fire Gilgamesh out of a cannon into the sun.
good luck trying to do that. Especially if you.
I said I wanted to. I never said I'd be able to.
Yeah, especially if you're running the caster version, because then that's.
The caster version isn't too bad. That's sort of before he went completely and totally.
Yeah, the caster
fetch.
version is also is basically God. He's like the most powerful. All right, so analysis, Elements Award, okay, not the best. Now the other ability. Oh, excuse me.
Excellent armaments, operator.
Ornis.
To turn covered in blood.
I still can't get over you have a body now. You're trying to. It's like they're trying to be like the ghost from Destiny. No, go back to the floating little moat of computer bullshit that tweaks out. I don't like that. All right, so Elements Award was a no-go. Let's remove that. And
Well, can you really argue, Alistair? I'd say Ishtar basically is useless.
yeah, fair enough. Okay, so Condemned from Harrow. Cast away of energy that chains them to where they stand. Each enemy held reinforces Harrow's shield. Okay. So, per enemy hit, it raises your shield by 150. Okay, I can see. The enemies are chained for 6 seconds. Or is... Wait, no, the duration might be for both the chain and the shield buff. Okay, it hits a decent range, and its cost isn't that bad.
I think Sakura is the only thing more useless than Aqua, Alistair.
Yeah, I think she, S tier useless bitch. Okay, no, I can't say S tier ability. She did at least. She somehow no, she wasn't even. She's Nina Sarada's mother.
I was about to say, well, at the very least she popped out a kid, and it's like, no, she didn't. That's Kari. She's not even useful as that.
Yeah, yep, she's useless. All right, so Condemn. Let's try that.
I thought this was supposed to be Humpday Hijinks, not Weekend Weaves.
Oh, that was the other name we were gonna go with if we did it on Saturday, but.
Oh, good God.
Okay then. I had to back away a little bit just in case something happened. Yeah, let's put it back on count.
We'll be here.
I know you're not actually in that thing, but that still had to be painful. I mean, wait, do Warframes actually feel pain? That's the thing. You're puppeteering them, but okay,
I'm sure.
I'm not going to go into the I'm not going to go into the logic.
The Warframe on its face is already fucked up enough to worry about the fact of whether they can still feel pain or not.
Feed me, Seymour, feed me! Yes, your own personal Aubrey.
Ugh.
It's the one that, it's the helmet. It's your own personal little fungus monster from hell that gives you all the cool stuff in your frames.
Like...
What's the next one? Okay, yeah, I was, no, not that one, no. It's the one after, I think, is it? Yeah, okay. So, for anyone who's starting to use the Helminth, a lot of the abilities they have are not that good. Just the generic ones, outside of the ones you get from your Warframes. This one, Sickening Pulse, however, is pretty good, especially if you're using a build that requires you to have lots of status elements on your enemy. So, emit a pulse that adds stacks of status elements already afflicting enemies. With the exception of Bleed, Heat, and Toxin, as those are 3 of the most powerful in the game. Heat because it strips armor and deals damage every second. Toxin because it ignores shields entirely. And Bleed because Bleed ignores armor and shields, and it does percentile of max HP damage per tick. And a tick, if you're wondering, is when the number goes down.
sounds like bullying.
Yeah, but slash is where it's at. Where if you gotta do steel path, because everything is level 100. Everything's level is had 100 slapped onto it with an extra 200% HP, armor, and shield. So it's like, oh, cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore your armor and shield and just kill you. But yeah, but this, if you're using like Sarin or if you've got a weapon that has the condition overload mod on it, which can like nearly triple the damage output of your basic attacks, this is a good thing to stack with it. Alright, so condemn. I'll check that out. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, I can test that later. I'd like to actually, as I said before in the previous video, I gave a shout out. Oh, no one I've been here, but I'm gonna give a shout out to 2-star players. I follow their guides a lot for Warframe builds, and one build that I have found that I've absolutely fallen in love with. Oh, hold on, wrong one. Is the one they gave for Baruch. So, do you want to be able to do any form of status damage to any enemy and kill them pretty much outright with one go? Well, this build is perfect. All you gotta do is replace his first ability with Zada's Whisper from Zaku, which allows you to have the void damage buff, which Zaku. Not that Zaku, you dumbass. But that's the only thing you need to change. The build for it, and mind you, it's not 100% done. I still need about 2 more forma to get it done right, so I can finish upgrading these things. But what you see here, this has to be primed as well. That's the last thing I'm missing. But Steel Charge, making your melee damage increase, because Baruch's 4th ability, the Serene Storm, makes a shockwave launching punchy goober of death. As you can see in the little picture there.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
It is, especially with the Reactive Storm mod on it. But so first thing, as you see, Transient Fortitude, Fleeting Expertise, Prime Continuity, Umbral Intensify, and you will need an Umbral Forma for this to cut the cost in half. Vitality. Adaptation, of course. This is the one I was talking about where I had to give a smaller one to get all this put together. Blind Rage. And then the Augment. Reactive Storm. The Desert Wind Fist Weapon gains a 250% status chance and changes its damage to match an enemy's weakness. Now, this only applies to its innate damage, which is impact. It changes the impact damage that the fists do to whatever they're weak to. It doesn't mean it changes whatever else you throw onto it. Like, I threw onto Desert Wind Viral, as you can see on the bottom right there. A lot of Viral. With that mod active, I have a 144% chance to put a status ailment on somebody.
Good God.
And a 130% chance to crit them. So, still only doing the orange crits, not the red yet. But at a 5 times modifier for the damage. You don't even need... You only need like 1 forma on this. You can put more on if you want to get higher points, but I'm happy with this build myself. You know, Sacrificial Steel as from the Umbra mission. Prime Fury to make it go faster. Gladiator Might helps because not only that will increase your critical multiplier more, but that nifty little ability down there. Your critical hit chance will increase even more for each multiplier you acquire. The max multiplier you can have is 12. So that's 120% boost your chance, which means you will start doing you'll start doing red crit numbers. Very easily.
God damn.
Yeah. So, and if anyone's wondering why I have a negative for the duration for his abilities, well, first off, that only affects the first 2 abilities he has. Zada's Whisper, it's less than 20 seconds, but again, I don't have Prime Continuity leveled up to max, which will fix that. Because there's a big math equation that the guys from 2-Star Players went through and explained for how this works. But if you have less here and more on efficiency or strength or any of the other ones, it basically bounces it out. So you could technically have even higher than some of these cap out at 270%. You could technically have higher than that as long as one of them is below 100. Even if it doesn't say so, can't work that way. Again, you'd have to look up their videos. They explain it in like 3 different ones. But LOL, all you need for LOL is just to be able to reduce Baruch's bar for his restraint. Yeah, his restraint. There, I almost forgot it. That and Desolate Hands doesn't have a timer. All it does is it puts knives around you. Those knives can disarm enemies, or they can be shot automatically to your teammates. And as long as you have 9 of them, or I think it's like 9 or 10 of them on you at one time, you have that 90% damage reduction. With my current setup, I have 22 of those daggers. So you can fire off a bunch of them to your companion or to your allies in battle and still be okay. So Zwister is just for extra damage.
So basically, it's bully machine go burr.
Yeah, pretty much. And looking at So, oh yeah, even though even though the weapon said only 140% status, with Reactive Storm, that status chance buffs by up to 712%. Z is apparently having a stroke right now. That sound, whatever.
Ugh.
Yeah. So this build is broken. You can literally go into...
Yeah, no shit!
You can literally go up to any enemy, just sit there, and then just flick them in the nose and they get freaking launched like half a planet across.
Yeah, clearly. Good God.
Yeah. And the fun fact about this is... Yeah. Baruch only has a base armor of 175. It doesn't matter. As long as you have these daggers active, you might as well be doubling or tripling his armor stats. He doesn't even need a lot of shield for his build either. Yeah, he's... Oh. But one thing he does not have, he does not have knockdown immunity like a couple of the other Warframes do. That's why you need the Prime version of Sheer Footy, because the Prime version gives you like 100% knockdown resistance. Right now I'm only on 60%. I could make it better if I threw like Power Drift on, but it would mess with the build if I did that. Again, I still need to put like 1, maybe 2 more format in so I can have enough points to finish maxing out these mods. Sorry, long day already.
It's just been one of those weird days, and I'm currently in the midst of trying to resist a grand mal seizure stroke, trying to turn my brain to mush, because somehow there's a stat in this game that gets you up into a percentage that is, like, literally mathematically impossible. What the fuck?
I know, this is borderline Bethesda logic game. And there are some points where the enemies act like they are in a Bethesda game, because there's a lot of crazy shit that happens.
Yeah, like the T-posing ghosts and their bodies basically getting stuck in mid-somersault because this one machine microwaves their brain and they get sent to the nth dimension.
Ow! No, that was because I stabbed it with a pointy stick.
That's a very dangerous pointy stick.
Yeah, Axios Javelin. Apparently that's a bug that they didn't figure out at DE. If you Javelin a Thrax, it does weird things.
If you Javelin a Thrax, it breaks the goddamn game.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so at this point, do you guys in chat, do you have a question about a specific Warframe or mod that you want to ask? Because I know the game, I'm not the best at it, but I'm at least above average.
Is there anyone still here?
You don't have your headset on. Oh, duh.
Looks like we don't have anyone at the moment.
Oh, okay. That means I was just doing. Oh well, it'll be on.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh well, whatever. Let's see.
Want to keep going?
Hmm?
Want to keep going?
Yeah, I'll keep going for a few more minutes. I'll show off one other build, and because I saw that the Archon hunt for today, if you use Mirage, you get a 300% bonus to her ability strength and a 500% boost to HP, which is very good because she's squishy. But Mirage is another one of those frames that has a ridiculously broken build if you do it right. So, you'd think that the name implies that Mirage, which I made her Kitsune with the flowing cloud stuff. So I'll try to make it very Japanese or mythology style kind of thing. You would think the name Mirage would indicate that.
Got any questions, Al? He's back.
Oh, is that right? You would think that Mirage would be just like a status or evasion or just trickery kind of thing like Loki is. No. Mirage and Mirage Prime are actually damage frames. They have the ability to do some of the most ridiculous damage in the game. Specifically, from Hall of Mirrors. So, Hall of Mirrors basically makes you doppelgangers. Okay, that's neat and all. These doppelgangers, however, do a percentage of damage from your main weapon. At this level, I have with the power. It's 49% of the damage I do, they do. The mod you put on, Hall of Malevolence, means that every time that you kill an enemy, their damage increases by 5%. So you basically have yourself and 4 clones, all firing the same exact weapon you have equipped, which in this case I have the Acceltra, which rocket launching assault rifle from the pits of hell.
Oh, so it's basically the gyrojet?
With how I have this thing set up, I can pretty much one-shot anything. So imagine if I have 5 of myself firing that. Now normally, okay, it will show there because I modded it. Alright, I'll have to go in here. Oh, wrong one. So normally, the second ability that Mirage has is called Sleight of Hand, which it's okay. You booby trap nearby enemies, or objects mostly. Like, if you find some ammo or an item in the environment that normally you would pick up, you enchant it, your enemy runs toward it, and it explodes. Okay, it's not bad. The damage is kind of weak.
So are these more like thought projection or shadow clone type clones? Like, are they actually something that can hurt people? Or...
They can actually hurt people. They basically,
well,
it's a reflection.
How easy is it for them to get dispelled?
They don't get dispelled.
So they're like invincible, basically?
They are invincible. They draw fire away from your enemy. They're invincible, but they only last a certain amount of time.
Oh, so I'd say more thought projection then.
But as you can see from the animation, bloop, pops out. She basically turns her skin into like a mirror-like surface and pops them out. Because if anything obscures, like right there, how half of them is being shown, if any light is obscured, it disappears.
Ah.
Second ability is the one you want to get rid of for the helmet system. It's useless. Third ability, Eclipse. While standing in light, Mirage deals heavy damage, and in the shadow, she becomes harder to hurt. So if you're in the light, your damage increases at base power by 200%. If you're in the shadow, you take 75% less damage. The final one summons a Prism of Death, which kind of floats around the area and just like Resident Evil laser slicing through people. Which you can
Disco Ball of Death!
Exactly what it is. Now, the only problem with this ability is it drains energy per second, and she doesn't have very much at level 30. Kind of low amount, actually. I mean,
Didn't one of the other ones have like 2,000 energy almost?
2,000 shield, that was Styanax. I don't think I've seen anything that has 2,000 energy. That'd be near it could be possible. I don't know. Heavy modding, but yeah. It's not a good ability. You don't want to get rid of it. It's.
Well, I'm a total Warframe noob, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm talking to chat. This is also for chat too. So.
Oh yeah, I know. So I'm also asking questions that they might not think of.
So in my build, again, 2-star players, their build, to make her more tanky, so that her damage can really shine, you replace her second with Nova's Null Star, which states that it creates an antimatter particles that orbit around and then seek out targets if they get too close. Each particle gives a 5% damage reduction, stacking up to 90%.
Oh, Alistair said Energy Siphon could help restore it.
It's true. Energy Siphon is a good idea. But this actually is pretty good. Well, so the good thing about Mirage is that her abilities, her base cost, even with this low efficiency I have now, they don't cost a whole lot. So having that low energy is okay. You just don't want to put the wrong ability on because some of them might cost a whole lot more than she's able to do.
Yeah, they're pretty much funnels.
Yeah. No, it's actually pretty accurate. So
At least they're not stupid like the She's funnel missiles.
oh yeah,
That's really just dumb.
yeah. So this build relies on 2 specific abilities to make the most out of it. The Null Star you get from Nova, and Hall of Mirrors. And specifically, they're mods. As I said, the Hall of Malevolence grants Hall of Mirrors the ability to increase the Doppelganger's damage every time you kill an enemy. Now, this one, Neutron Star. This allows you to recast the Null Star, because normally you can't. You have to wait until they're all gone. This allows you to recast them. Sure, that it does very little heat damage because it'll make them seek out enemies, and then you can recast it. It does very little damage. That's not the point. You want to make sure these are active at all times. And you also want to make sure your ability range is almost non-existent, because the closer they are to you, the less likely they'll shoot off, and you keep that damage reduction.
Ah.
That's why I have a 40 for range. And I nearly maxed out strength and duration. So now, the duration makes the Hall of Mirrors last, over a minute.
Good God!
And Eclipse, again, over a minute. It also makes Eclipse, my damage buff from Eclipse 490%. And the damage reduction 95%. So that is a grand total of 185% damage reduction you can get on her. Which means she literally is the tankiest thing in the game at that point. And she
185% damage reduction basically means you're immortal.
Near immortal. But there's some enemies that have these weird barriers that can nullify abilities. So that's why you want to make sure you're constantly firing, just shooting everything. But yeah, this build is ridiculous.
Alistair just said duration is also great for Korra's Death Cage.
Oh, Strangledome? Yeah. Because I think. By the way, speaking of Korra, and Alistair, I'm assuming you like Korra and you've seen the hot fixes they've done to her. Especially Korra Prime, they've had to nerf some of Korra Prime's abilities because apparently they were slightly altered than the base Korra. Right now we've had, let's see, what was it? It's not going to show here. I think there were like 3, maybe 4 hot fixes for her. And one of the hot fixes actually lowered the duration of Strangledome for both regular and Korra Prime. Because there's the one mod you can get for it called Pilfering Strangledome, which the more enemies you latch onto, the better, because it also gives every enemy a 60% chance to drop more loot when they die. In fact, I actually had a Korra Prime right here. Yeah, I put points into Korra's...
Oh yeah, the weird geisha robo lady.
Yeah. I gave her the Prime skin now. But yeah, that comes with freaking Venari Prime, which I managed to color almost look like her. Yeah, you have 2 pets.
Giant Death Kitty.
Armored Death Cat. Speaking of freaking...
Giant armored Death Kitty.
Yeah.
Also, it's Ravage.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna have this on her if you're playing Korra, because you can have 2 companions. So the more powerful your companions are, the better you're off. Also for her, she's the one I gave Harrow's Condemned to instead of her second ability. helps keep her shield up because there's some strange reason, I think...
Ooh, Alistair didn't like that news.
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh, come on. The basic duration of it barely lasted long at all,
Yeah.
and now they shortened it further?
Yeah, look, Alistair, look at this. I've got a duration of 140% on it, right? That's a bit higher than normal because I've got special mods on. Even with that, the duration of Strangledome is only 28 seconds now. Without that on tap... Hold on, where'd it go? Stretch.
That's kind of
Here we go.
bullshit.
Without Prime Continuity equipped, it's 20 seconds. It used to be 30 for the base.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, considering the fact that that happens, they all dangle there, and it forces enemies to shoot them to basically end their misery. Also, with the mod, again, enemies held by that can drop extra loot. The longer it's up, that means the more enemies you can collect, which means you can farm a lot longer and basically cheese the whole system.
Okay, and? Unless it's I mean, as far as I know, this whole game is just PvE, isn't it?
There is a PvP, but no one does it anymore.
So I'm not sure what the problem is. If it's just PvE.
DE thinks there needs to be balancing in the game because of complaints that some people on a specific system are having. Just fucking shoot me now. I'm not.
And those guys honestly can sort of,
Yeah, those guys are on the PC, by the way. Not the Switch, because the Switch got this the last. But no, it's the PC people who are complaining. Cool. Guess what? You have a computer. You can fucking mod. You can put minor mods in that don't fucking break the game and don't piss off DE that will fix that for you. You don't have to have them do it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Alistair said he liked using Strangledome to set up choke points.
That's actually a good thing. That's actually a good thing. What it used to be when Core was first introduced is this was actually a very viable strategy for defense missions.
Yeah, well, considering they cut the duration of that down so much, I'm guessing not so much anymore. Because PC players are, because the whole PC master race are throwing a goddamn tantrum.
Core didn't have a Prime when she was first introduced. Core Prime came out a couple months ago, and the hotfixes were happening since then. So it's only been recently that those changes happened. She used to be pretty good. They didn't really change Whip Claw.
I just realized the PC players. It's probably those weird competitive sweat swampers who try and like esports everything. Those retards.
Oh yeah, the ones who try to freaking speed run, the world speed run for fastest freaking. Extermination or arbitration shit like that. Yeah,
the guys who think that shit actually matters instead of just how much you enjoy the goddamn game.
Unless you're trying to get the in-game achievements for it, which I don't really give a damn about. They don't really give you anything except.
No, who gives who gives a shit about some points on your digital ding dong?
Well, no, it's like it's an in-game, not an actual profile. It's an in-game like trophy system you get, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whip Claw for her. I gotta say this right now. You might have also realized it too, since playing Core. You know how it says stats are boosted by the mods in your melee weapon? Yeah, well, my melee weapon is pretty freaking strong.
Duration and range are best for her on defense. Set up around the target and maybe Gara's glass wall. Make it hard for them to hit the target. I'm
gonna say this right now. I know everyone thinks Gara is good for defense. She's not. She's not a defense frame at all. She's actually a damage frame.
Also, first we're dunking on the entire PC part of Warframe, and now we're going against the main grade of this. Wow, we're gonna get shit on.
No. This is something. Again, this is something that 2-star players pointed out. Is that Gara is one of the very few frames in the game that has infinite scaling damage. Excuse me? So, her second ability, which shatters her armor and lets it float around her, if you have that active, pop down, a quick tap to pop down a tiny glass ring, go outside the ring, and break the ring with your first ability, held, not tapped, it will add damage to the glass shield you have around you. And that basically, it acts like a flying buzzsaw around you. So every time an enemy comes near, they take whatever damage that number says per second. I did one of the
Yes, Alistair. Scary crazy. Good God.
Yeah. One of the Archon hunts, the second one, we had to defend this dumb jackass who kept walking around the field. We were fighting him, right? I got that number up to 500,000.
That's like some Gundam Breaker numbers.
Yeah, so anything that walked next to me took 500,000 damage a second just by standing next to Gara.
Isn't that like a one-hit kill on most enemies?
No, they usually level 130. It still shred most of their health bar. I've literally seen the record of somebody get to 3 million.
I didn't know you could get numbers like that outside of Gundam Breaker or Disgaea.
No.
Yeah, did you hear that? Sorry to go on this complete
No,
tangent,
go ahead.
but one of the most recent Disgaea game, the max level was 4 million. And then, like, the max damage you could achieve in the game was, like, 3 billion.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, there's a point where these numbers stop meaning anything.
Yeah. But
Also, yes, that's a very appropriate reaction, Alistair. Just, what?
yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say you can't use Gara as defense frame. Let's just say that her glass barrier did get nerfed a little bit in size. It used to be, if you stood on top of the, if you like if you're doing the defense mission in the Void, there's those Orokin tower things you have to defend. If you were to stand on that months ago and activate her shield, it would make a shield that goes up to the top of your head from the floor, that whole size outward. I tried doing that the other day. It only makes a shield as tall as you are. Maybe a little taller. They nerfed the size of it now, so... It's...
Alistair, as Vegeta says, power levels are bullshit!
Yeah. Yep, you're right, Alistair. Now, the only... you can still use her as defense, especially if it's a small defense option like the cryo tubes. Those are fine. But she's meant to do infinite damage. But back to Korra. So, her first ability says the damage is affected by your mods, right? Well, this is what I have on my weapon. It's her dual blade. I've got, melee damage increase, critical increase. I have, with these two together, viral damage. I have heat damage. I have increased slash damage and increased status chance. I have condition overload, which states that this weapon gets an 80% power buff for every status effect affecting the enemy you're hitting. That's mine.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I'm going to do something.
You good?
Oh, so you can see the chat.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, you're the tech guy. You can be on chat. Yeah. So
Okay,
I have all this, right? You're thinking that's pretty freaking. But yeah, here's the stats. I have with the weapons have almost 100% crit and 80% status, and they do lots of good damage. And slashing and viral being the two most powerful in the game paired together, because as I said, slash ignores armor and shield and does the bleeding percentage per second. Viral status increases health damage taken up to 325%. Okay, I have all this cool shit on. Whip Claw does almost no damage. Seriously. It has the base damage of 420 that counting as impact, puncture, and slash. Okay, that's fine. It barely gets any improvements from my weapon mods. They have an error, something they have to fix, because that's not it's not clicking right. There's something wrong with it. The Venari, Strangledome, I put Condemn on because for some reason after the updates, Korra seems to be taking more shield damage now than anything. And that's might because every Warframe has specific weaknesses that they don't show you unless you look at their stats in your logs on your orbiter. But I think Korra might take extra from like magnetic or cold or something like that.
Oh, Alice said should have just done what they did with Garuda. Make the whip a weapon if you have no melee equipped.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. But no, they had to. I mean, these aren't bad weapons though. They had to give her these things as her signature weapon, melee weapon. I mean, her pistol's pretty good too. That can have all That can have all elements at once.
Isn't that the same pistol you have on Spartacus?
Yeah, it's literally the most powerful freaking sidearm you can possibly get.
Looks like a wheelie gat.
It's the second one. Hi, kitty, kitty. Okay. Hello, we have cat now.
Yes, we have kitty cat.
Yeah, no, her weapon, the Hysterics, literally switches between hot, cold, electric, and toxic quills, which means that
That looks like a very overly designed needler.
that's basically what it is. Here's the funny thing: I put a fire mod on this weapon, so that means I have double heat on the heat quill. I have heat and freaking toxic on the electric and all sorts of stuff, and they don't combine either. They count as two separate stats. Yeah, some of these weapons are ridiculous. Cora's especially.
A lot of the shit in this game is ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, Cora. Yeah. What else do I have? Let's see. I have a few presets that I still haven't finished a few of these guys. Wow. Oh, I got him a long time ago. Wow. Can't believe I haven't finished him yet. Let's see. Might go to Umbra. I talked about Mirage because that's the one that's coming up soon. One final one. So, Alistair, how familiar are you with Nyx?
We're not talking about the moon goddess, the weird, creepy one from Persona. No, we're talking about this.
No, technically Nyx is the Night Mother from the Chthonic pantheon,
Yeah, well,
which were the gods.
she's
in hell.
also a creepy ass villain from Persona.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Need I remind you of Cleopatra? Persona is freaking weird, okay?
Yes, I know. I've seen Cleopatra in freaking in SMT5. Yeah. Well,
Do not have her, but one of her skins looks like a boss from Dark Sector.
it is.
Oh, there's a reason it looks like it is, because it straight up is a boss from Dark Sector.
Well, yeah, because Dark Sector was made by DE, and there are literally dark sectors in this game.
Make that a quinky of a goddamn dang.
Well, it's because the skin is a reference to the game. That's why. All right. Well, Nyx, people have been giving hate to Nyx, but it turns out that you can literally make Nyx immortal,
Of course you fucking can.
and it's not even that hard. It's not even breaking the game. It's something that she can do normally. So again, with this mod, you put Zada's Whisper on for the extra damage, but it's all about this ability right here, Absorb. Normally she does like.
Apparently one of Excalibur's skins is a Dark Sector reference too.
Yeah. Hold on, I love that. Hold on, I gotta check it. That's not big enough. Boinga! Bye.
I swear, some of this stuff is full-on Faz level cheese.
Hold on, wait. Pew!
Damn!
Yeah, chaos. Make enemies fight each other. Pew! Bye. Ah! But yeah, okay. So Nyx's kit. The most important thing for this, Psychic Bolts, because what they don't tell you is that how good they are. So armor reduction is something you're going to need for Steel Path because every enemy there has like a 200% boosted armor stat for like the Grenier. Psychic Bolts for Nyx strips 100% of that armor, as in like they no longer have an armor stat for the duration of the effect. So that means you're doing direct damage to their tiny ass health pool.
What did I just say about Faz?
Yeah.
I swear to God, this is like turning on Faz and Maxi Boost.
But this right here, as I was talking about earlier, Absorb, it absorbs all incoming damage and channels it into light energy. You can then deactivate it to,
Only you would compare it to that, jackass. So it's basically Issei's dress break.
Yeah. And then this.
I mean, from the sounds of it, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But you're still a smartass.
Yeah. This last ability, basically, you hold the power up, you gather the damage out, and then you release it. Hiking. You release it, the Apprentice style from Force Unleashed. Now, the mod you get for it is the most important thing. And you gotta actually be... I'll show you how to get it, but... Assimilate. Nyx is allowed to move and act at 50% of the normal speed, but the area is condensed to a few meters around you. So basically, you're walking around with a little invincibility bubble. You can still shoot and attack enemies, and you're gathering all that damage so that when the ability finally ends... Where'd the moon go?
I didn't say we weren't all jackasses.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm well aware of the fact that all of the three of us are basically like jackass crossed with the Three Stooges and with a little bit of rum.
I think rum. Rum's good.
Why's all the rum gone?
Yeah. But here's what I was talking about earlier. So when I was talking about how these stack together to make it balanced, if you have, if you have duration below 100% and you've got your efficiency up to this point, technically it goes over to make it so that this all balances out. So you'll want to have this build done exactly this way. And so, sure-footed, can be primed or standard, doesn't matter. Flow, streamline.
Although I'm guessing at least one or...
The system continues to
I don't even want to know.
It's a space where I'm saying there's a new invasion happening.
Okay, it's not the weird domestic dispute giant cobras, is it?
No, it's not them. It's
okay.
It's not Foss or Volm. It's not the kaiju worms.
Okay.
Transient fortitude because ability strength affects, how much the psychic bullets will strip armor and also give a speed decrease to the enemy. Will affect how much extra damage Zada's Whisper does. It doesn't really affect chaos or absorb so much. It might indicate how much you absorb per second though. Continuity to make the bolts last longer. Also, you're going to want to make sure this is maxed out. I'm still not completely done with this one either. But also the higher...
Those things are closer to kaiju necromorph graboids than snakes.
It's basically... No, they're... Okay. You're right. The necromorph is the... It's what would happen if the Flood from Halo somehow latched onto a necromorph. That's what everything on Deimos is.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the final boss of the first game, you're basically fight a baby one of those things.
I want to go home now.
You are home.
Shit.
I need an adult. I am an adult. All right, prime continuity. Fleeting expertise is good because you want to make sure because Nyx's abilities actually cost a decent amount until you get the buff. Then, because that also makes the drain per second for absorb reduced. Assimilate again. And I think what was the last thing I was going to say about this build? Oh yeah, this. Rolling Guard. It's another one you get from arbitrations. Max level, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds after doing a dodge roll. And then this mod will take about 8 seconds to cool down. The reason you want this is because this thing can go on Steel Path, and it can pretty much, if you set it up right, one-shot the Acolytes, which are basically an army of the Stalkers.
No, thank you.
There's misery, mania, pain, vengeance. There's like 7. They're not quite all the sins, but they each drop a specific weapon as well. And
Alistair says the final boss of the first game had multiple heads, so it was like a necro. Oh god, it was Shin Ghidorah.
Pretty much. Well, yeah, you're right. Well, you only really fought the one head itself. I mean, you had to fight the tentacles and prevent it from eating you, but you only fought the one head. I mean, then again, but what they don't tell you is those two worms on Deimos are fighting each other. They're actually connected to each other. One's one end, one's the other end.
So it's basically
an earthworm. It's a giant fungus kaiju earthworm.
So it's cat dog.
Where's my 12 gauge? I'm I'm kidding. I do not condone domestic violence of any sort. Unless it's absolutely fucking hilarious. Then go for it.
I'll get you, bitch.
But yeah, no, but yeah. So when you're fighting the acolytes in Steel Path, a couple of them, especially Misery, has the ability to negate your skills. So you can be walking around immortal with Absorb, and all of a sudden a little field pops up. It negates your Absorb. You got a GTFO and get away from wherever he's active for a couple seconds so you can recast it. Rolling Guard saves your life in that case. But this can literally go through any Steel Path mission and murder anything because they can't hurt you. You can hurt them all you goddamn well want. They will have no armor or shield because of your abilities. You can also make them attack each other for a while so you can just walk away. And this, some of the acolytes, some of the stronger ones, there's about 3 of them that are the strongest of the acolytes. They have, like the Stalker does, they have an armor that can become resistant to whatever damage type hits them. Zada's Whisper does void damage. Void damage negates that ability. So this can kill anything.
Good God.
Again, 2-star players. You look them up on YouTube. They are great. They cover all the war. He's covered a ton of Warframes. He covers all the Tenet weapons from the Sisters of Pardos. He covers how to do specific missions, how to unlock certain Riven mods. They're great. They do other videos for other franchises too, like Subnautica and West of Loathing and stuff like that, but the Warframe stuff has really helped me. This is how I was able to get this far in the game and get a lot of stuff unlocked. I mean, my hope is that these videos, once a week, I'll be able to just, like, either do Warframe or one of the other games I have and just, like, chat with people and give them advice. That's my hope.
Or maybe allow people to watch us get our shit rocked in Maxi Boost.
Yeah. Also, this weapon is fucking bonkers. It's only has 5 shots. That's all it can have maximum. You have to pick up the arrows if you find them. It's
never go into the black zone. Subnautica.
I know. Crab squids and leviathans. Yeah. This thing basically is thermite in a stick. Sorry, multiple sticks, I should say. It's one of the cool weapons. You gotta fight the cool witches to get it. It's one of the stronger ones. It's also one of the only weapons that's unique from them. Like, there's no standard Brahma. You can only find it by fighting the witches.
That sounds like fun.
They're not that hard. Okay, so yeah, let me go into those guys real quick. So, as they were talking about earlier about the mod, yeah. As you can see, I fought a lot of them. These mods can drop from their followers, from the Cool Liches or the Sisters' little mecha hounds. There's like a 30% chance that one will drop when you kill one of them. That's why I have so many.
Well, that's not necessarily surprising, Alistair. You prefer to get up close and personal when you kill people. He says he prefers the Garuda claws over a bow.
You know, funny thing, the Garuda claws are. I should tell you a little cheat if you like using Garuda. Tell me, Alistair, have you unlocked at least standard limbo from the story missions?
Give it a second. There's like a 3-second delay.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just now, I remembered an old video. You ever seen those videos of those weird down south guys reacting to this one guy that said for like $10,000 is how much some tractors cost?
Yeah.
One guy said, "What could 10 grand get you? Fucking tires." And one guy walked off and said, "Where the hell are you going? Take a shit in your bathtub." No, he hasn't gotten to limbo yet.
Okay, so the limbo theorem is pretty good. Standard, that's the mission, but standard limbo, it's good. He gives a special ability. Let me see if I believe I have it, or I might not. I don't think I've got Limbo Prime yet. Hold on, let me see. Here it is, Banish. So Limbo, basically, he banishes people into the ethereal rift. That's his thing. the initial damage of it, not a whole lot. It knocks them down, puts them in. They can't hurt you while they're in there, or until you knock them back out of the plane, back into the material. Now here's the thing: you can't hurt them either, unless you're Garuda. Warframes that have exalted weapons like Garuda can hurt things that are in the void. So you could banish something and then start slashing the shit out of it with your claws.
He said so. It's basically Kamui.
Yes. Yes, it
And
is.
yes, it does sound very awesome.
Yeah. And, now, I will tell you this. Exalted weapons like Garuda's claws and Excalibur's sword, they are weaker than regular melee weapons because they cannot have certain mods put on them that make that make them do absurd damage, and that's a balancing factor. You can't just like go out and just go poke, and then the boss is dead, and then it's like, what's the point of the mission? But Garuda's claws, I don't have Garuda Prime yet, unfortunately. If I do have regular Garuda, let me show you what I'm talking about for.
Al, do you have Garuda Prime?
I know she was available for purchase and for grinding. I have a piece of her, but I don't have her yet. Did I start using her? Oh, hold on. Frost Prime, Caliban. I still got to finish Caliban. Mesa.
Caliban. That sounds like something from Lord of the Rings.
Caliban's actually it's actually I think one of the moons of Neptune. I think Neptune has a few moons, but.
Oh. He does have Garuda Prime.
Okay, cool, good. Garuda Prime, okay, so Prime Warframes have different mod polarities than the standard, and sometimes they have extra, sometimes they have just different ones. I think I know there's one area on Neptune or Uranus that's called Caliban in the star chart here, so I'm assuming it's probably one of the moons, but whatever, back to here. So Garuda Prime is very good for modding her so she does a lot of shit. I guess I don't have. That's the Titanium Prime. Okay. Let me just switch over to regular Garuda real quick then, and give you a couple pointers on her claws. Also, there's an infested style skin.
Good God. He also has her auto crossbow.
Oh, it's an auto one. The Prime version of the Nagantaka's auto. That's actually cool. I only had the regular one when I first got Garuda. All right, so.
Oh, it's Uranus.
Oh, it's Uranus. Okay, that's what I figured. Oh, wait. Right, I have to take these off in order to. Hold on. I forget. They don't. There we go. Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah, those are her wings. They turn into claws.
That is scary.
Yeah, okay. So, obviously, you want militia, but, oh, I forgot. They did fix it. So, yeah, Garudas are the most powerful Exalted, because they can actually have condition overload.
Could you explain what that means for noobs?
As I've said before on a previous one, condition overload states that this weapon that's equipped to you gets an 80% melee damage boost per status type affecting your target.
Good Lord.
So, as you can see from the numbers here, they're in green. I have a shitload of Slash and Viral, the only two you need, because Slash does a lot, ignores armor and shield, causes them to bleed, and Viral can pretty much triple the damage they take to their red health bar. And with all I have on there, I have 111 status % chance with this thing.
Oh, apparently she also heals herself by draining the enemies of their fluids.
Yeah, with her first ability, not the first ability. No, that's the shield. The Blood Altar. Yeah. But with this build, you want to make sure you increase the status chance like a lot. So you get this from Deimos from the low level bounties. Gives Slash, gives status chance. Killing under the heavy attack grants you evasion immunity to status effects, so that's pretty good to have. Boost the slash damage on it any way you can. The more mods you have that can do slash damage, the better. And then pop on. I don't have the gold toxin mod yet, so that's why I have this here. But these also increase, the gold ones also increase status chance. So you want to make sure you put viral, which is cold and toxin, and slash on it, And this takes a while to get. I can't remember where I got it exactly. I can find out in a second. But you want this because you'll have guaranteed too. The way stats take place, there's a priority to them. The higher the number.
Oh, that is just mean. Even in burst fire, the crossbow is completely silent.
That's a crossbow. Bows in general are silent in Warframe. Unless you're using the Daikyu or the Brahma, those things are just loud as shit. But yeah, so the higher the number is for the stats element, the more procs it puts on, and those are, and determines what the order they're put on first. So slash will go on first always, then viral will kick in. That way, any extra procs you put on will do more damage initially. After that point. And again, the more procs you have of viral, the higher that damage will become. So it becomes basically these two, you could have an infinite damage loop.
Oh, that is scary.
Stabby, stab, stab, stab. So imagine all this. You know, that's on Garuda's claws, and then you give her the Limbo's ability to throw them into the void. So they can't do anything to you, but you can just go and stab them. It doesn't matter how strong they are. I will say this right now. That ability Banish will not work on Eximus units until their outer shield has been broken. The outer shield, not only is it a 50% status reduction, you know, or resistance, it's also basically super armor. They can't be affected by certain abilities until that's gone. Once you do, however, well, it's like them putting you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. But yeah. Also, I fucking love it. I also got the freaking infested angel wings on this. She just looks awesome with it. Alright, I'll put this back on. Where's... Oh, also, if you want... Also, the new sword that got released, the Slaytra. This Grenier freaking... you can't see it because her claws are in the way, but this Grenier machete thing. People are going out of their absolute minds about this thing because of what it does. It doubles the duration of bleed from slash damage. That's just it by itself. No mods, nothing. That's just what it does. It is like the ultimate slash procer among all weapons because of that. So if it puts a slash proc on, it lasts. That basically means that that's more time for them to take max bleed damage before it starts ticking down.
Good God.
Yeah, you can. I bought that outright. I think. No, I got the blueprint for it. No, I bought the blueprint from the garrison where you get it. The new war bullshit. It doesn't take a lot to make it, actually. I'm very surprised. Haven't worked on it yet because I still need the freaking catalyst to put onto it to double the capacity. And the only way you can get those is by training stuff to Northern Knight or doing the sorties, which I'm not a fan of.
Sounds like fun.
And again, you have to be level 30 or higher to do them, so it's like, you know. Limbo low now. Yeah, this should be with the top hat. Hello, Limbo. He has a really cool ass freaking alt skin that makes him look like a freaking jester.
What the?
Oh
God!
I forgot he did that.
He just took his hat off. Also, my Garuda claws do radiation and viral damage. 735 both.
Okay, that's good. Viral you want. Radiation? Radiation is only really effective against robots. Like any corpus humanoid that has alloy armor or any of the Moas or Ospreys. They take extra from radiation. The status effect from radiation makes enemies turn on each other for a short time, which is funny to watch. I would suggest if you want to really do a lot of damage, switch it out for just a shit ton of heat damage. Heat strips a third of their armor off, and it does damage every second. Also, heat pretty much affects almost everything in the game. Grenier cloned flesh takes double from it. infested enemies of all types take double from it. Even the ones who are arson Eximuses will take extra damage from fire because they're still weak to fire. And fire can still affect corpus enemies. It's not nearly as effective against shields, but it still does damage over time, so it's still good. If you're going to be fighting a lot of Grenier, you can change it to... oh wait, no, you might not be able to, because it requires Toxin and Electric to make Corrosion, which can completely strip armor from Grenier, but they'll conflict with the Viral, because Viral's half Toxin, but yeah. But yeah, fighting Grenier, you want Corrosion. Fighting Corpus, you want Radiation. Viral's just good against everything. Let's see, what else? Let's see. I'm trying to think, do I have another build? Oh, yeah. My favorite defense frame to use is Frost. And, let's see, I'm trying to see if I can... Yeah. For a specific reason. So, just like how I tried Styanax with Elemental Ward earlier, if you throw Elemental Ward, the cold one specifically on him, his armor stat pretty much goes into the thousands. So, specifically for Snow Globe. So, you can see right there in green, the base health of that thing is humongous. That's because Snow Globe on Frost is based on his base armor stat, which I have with my mods 900. So that's a lot. This is the build I'm using for him to get this boosted strength and health and armor. I put this on Snow Globe because of his passive ability. So Snow Globe enemies that enter have a 50% chance to be frozen solid. Frost's passive ability states that while an enemy, when he's attacking a frozen enemy...
Oh, fat guy coming through. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever Frost attacks an enemy who's frozen, he gets a... I think it was I have to actually look at his passive in the thing here. I think it was like either a straight-out damage buff or a critical chance buff. Alright, striking.
Oh, lovely. Well, hopefully I have you guys to help me when that comes to it. And he said the Frost boss fight will make me in particular rage.
Oh.
He also said one of Limbo's skins looks like a Bloodborne hunter.
Yes, it does. Let's see, hold on. Oh, wait, that's not his passive. Sorry, it's another mod you can get. So, my bad. I was getting ahead of myself. There's another mod you can get, which pairs very well with this. There it is, Biting Frost. If you have both these equipped, it's even better. Because while an enemy... Frost will gain a 200% critical chance and critical damage buff against frozen enemies. 200% critical damage buff!
Dear God.
Well, they're frozen solid. Fun fact about enemies who are frozen solid with the cold status, their armor most of their armor is stripped. So, but yeah, this build's all about making sure Frozen Globe is strong, has lots of health, and the reason Elemental Ward is on there is because it says down there, armor 256%. It raises his base armor stat by that much before the mods kick in.
Good God.
He's already got a 900 for base armor, so that means this thing's health goes closer to 20k, and slows enemies or outright freezes them, and so it can absorb damage. That's why I like him for defense better than anyone else. Also, this ability, his first one, Freeze, it works on Kuva Liches and Sisters of Parvos. It can freeze them solid.
Damn.
Yeah. Not many things can do that. And of course, Avalanche is just a really, really good area nuke. But yeah, that's my favorite defense frame. Obviously I have Arcane Tank around because it's an additional 400 points I can slap on. Yeah. Those heavily modified frames are the ones I use the most. like it's at this point now. I have open up for questions. Is there a specific frame you want to know about, or a strategy?
Yeah, if you've got any questions, ask away. Right now, the floor is yours. I'm sitting here trying to collect more waifus. Shut up! Don't judge me.
Okay. I still got some pizza. Oh yes, professional streamer eating on. Start doing ASMR, you know.
God damn it! If you do ASMR into my mic, I'll fucking kill you.
Bodacious.
Nothing? You know? No questions? He wants you to tell me about Nidus.
Nidus, one of my favorite frames. I have the prime one right here. He's not leveled up, but it's a good one to investigate. So the stand. Oh, so yeah. Let me. So
I thought that said Ghoul Slaw.
that's Ghoul Saw.
Yeah, I realized that before you said it. Before you. Whoa! What the fuck?
Yeah, he is the infested Warframe. This is his standard form, and he does actually. Actually, yeah, he's not even leveled up. Hold on. Let me go to his abilities first, just to show you how. Just to read it. So his passive is, if Nidus is killed when he has 15 stacks.
Damn, Al has a maxed out Nidus Prime.
Yeah, I got him a while ago. I just didn't work on him because I had other Warframes that were. I put like 8 Formas into the standard Nidus before I fed it to the helmet. So I kind of wanted to work on other things. So passive, if Nidus has 15 stacks or more mutation and he dies, those stacks are consumed and he gets 5 seconds of invulnerability and restores his HP up to half.
Good grief.
He also has no shield. Always his health and armor. His first ability, Virulence.
Oh, he says something about the Helminth room and Nidus's true form.
Oh! Yes. So, hold on, I can actually do it right. I can actually show you what it looks like right here. So when he uses his first ability, Virulence, it does damage to enemies, and if it kills them, he gets a stack of mutation. When you have like a certain amount of mutation, this happens to him.
Yee.
That's Nidus Prime. Their original Nidus looked a lot better, in all honesty. Like, oh yeah. The standard Nidus skin was actually looked more fleshy and more fungus rather than
Wispy armor.
Rather than that, which is more like petrified, more like calcified stuff, you know. Because let me show you like the different skins, like this regular one. Give him the. Like, here's a Kuva style one, which is like a Grenier style thing for him. When he mutates...
Oh, hello!
Yeah, so his body changes, like, organically, and he's like...
You are one ugly motherfucker.
Oh, that's nothing. Nidus, this one's actually one of the cooler ones. I got the special skin right. So Nidus Frike comes with, well, first of all, eyeballs on his arms, but he also gets special gloves. But when he transforms, he gets freaking armor. He armors the hell up. So it's not as terrifying looking. It's still horrifying to behold, but especially with the eyes.
It's still something you don't want to meet in Dark Alley.
You don't want to meet
or even a well-lit alley.
Nobody move. He has a brain.
Wait, he has 4 arms.
I know. Well, this kid, but look, he's got a brain. The top there. His head.
Oh, God.
Squish, squish.
I just realized that.
Yeah. Let's see, what other ones do I have that I like a lot. The standard Nidus, head and body. What does it look like when it mutates? I forget. It's been a long time since I've seen this skin. Oh, just that.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, little fungus tendrils and everything. Yeah. I think my favorite, actually, is gotta be the Night Hunter.
Excuse me.
Yeah, looks like this, and when it mutates, it's bat ears.
I don't know why something about that seems really silly to me.
Oh, you think that's silly? Hold on.
What the hell?
Hey!
Hey, you guys!
Exactly. But, oh, that's creepy though. I know, we're crazy. Deal with it. There's this one that says claws are on its brain. Ooh, okay.
Oh, he said like an Independence Day alien.
Oh, you know, you're not wrong. That's. There's this one. There's a skin I got from that basically makes him look like a sentient with the design and everything. And then when it transforms, it mostly mechas up before the tendrils come out. Like, actually, the head it kind of reminds me of the Unicorn Gundam. See how the head goes?
Oh yeah, it does. I do see that.
Yeah, and the body too. It just opens up, and then instead of a cycle frame, it's the little fungus tendrils. I kind of like that. Some of the sentient skins are kind of cool, but yeah. But that's what. But yeah, when he gets enough stacks mutation, he transforms, and in a transform state, he's a little bit stronger. Going back to his abilities, though. So virulence, as I said, steals it. Every enemy you hit restores energy, like it refunds energy. So, for every 5 enemies hit, the infestation mutates, multiplying destructive force. Larvae spawn an infested pod that erupts in tendrils and grabs and pulls people in. So it's like you stay there for a few seconds. This is one of the best abilities in the game. Especially if you've got someone on your team who's playing Nidus, you're pretty much good to go. So you can either parasitic link your ally or your enemy. While you and your ally are linked, your ability strength is increased. Both of you are. So you're
Cool.
While you are linked to an enemy, your enemy you're linked to takes a portion of the damage you take.
So your enemy becomes a meat shield.
Yeah. So basically, it it says they're kind of damage reduction. So 31% of the damage you take is negated and goes to your enemy instead. And this is just at level 1. This is not even upgraded yet. His final ability, Ravenous, he summons a field of fungal growth and exploding death maggots that attack everything. If you
Exploding death maggots. There's a sentence.
Yeah. If you use the Virulence ability, while on enemies in there, the maggots will explode for extra damage. And every enemy hit will hit by both every enemy hit by the exploding maggots will increase your mutation stack. So it's pretty good. The tips they offer, like tips for playing this guy, hold Virulence, hold the button to charge to highlight where the attack will travel along, so you can actually see where you're going to be aiming. Casting larva close to the ground so that the Virulence can reach enemies caught in the tendrils. So basically, you pull them in and you hit them with Virulence. Easy. Link an ally or enemy with Parasitic Link and cast Virulence to create a second growth to the linked unit. Oh! I didn't know that! That's new. Killing all enemies inside the larva's infested pod will end...
Yeah, basically a flood infector form.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Killing all enemies inside the larva's infested pod will end that instance of the ability, allowing it to be recast instantly. Cool. Parasitic Link and Ravenous use mutation stacks instead of energy to cast. The ability icons light up when there are enough stacks to cast. Okay. Enemy heavy units, which are the Eximus, can withstand more damage, which makes them ideal Parasitic Link targets. So, that super armor they have, how I said that some abilities will not affect them, this will. This will attach them and it will start taking damage off that super armor first. As long as it's attached to them. So that's one way of dealing with them without much issue. Yep, detonate maggots to explode. Ravenous is active. Hold Virulence to mark the location of its maggots. Oh! Oh, I did not know that. That's actually kind of cool. Standing in Ravenous's area regenerates health over time and scales with the ability strength mod.
Good grief.
So, the more mutation stacks Nidus has, the more damage Virulence and detonated maggots will deal. For each enemy hit, Virulence refunds a portion of its cast cost. This means lower ability efficiency can actually return more energy overall. Oh! Oh!
Huh.
So that means that if you really wanted to make him do a lot of damage, you would have to put on... Oh yeah. And if you're wondering where to find Blind Rage, you gotta do the Wait, is it arbitration mission? No. There are these vaults on the mission on Deimos, not the actual open world, but the actual mission nodes past the Cambion Drift. There are these weird little Orkin vaults. You gotta bring the right key to unlock it. They do bad things to your Warframe while you have them equipped, but one of the ones you can get is Blind Rage. But there's a lot of ones you could possibly get from the vault, so go try to get it. It took me fucking forever. I actually had to go trade somebody for one of the other ones that was missing from my build. I think I had to trade for... I think it was... Yeah. I had to trade for Narrow-Minded for one of my other builds. They're hard to get, but... That last one
Sounds
is
like fun.
Well, some of the best things you got to grind for, but that means that Blind Rage on him. Okay, right now I have Streamline equipped. Okay, but so if I put this on as well, when I have more points, it would cut the efficiency down to 80% and put my ability strength to like 240%. Holy shit! Right, actually it wouldn't matter. I don't need this. I just remembered. Yeah, he said that only virulence requires energy. Pretty much everything else that's important requires mutation. Like, because this can actually be taken off him. It's actually not useful at all.
This is some complicated early 2000s Final Fantasy menu system shit. That makes my head hurt.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about this until you're at the end game content. I'm past the end game. Technically, the Duvary Paradox and everything that's happening right now is the post game content. I've literally done all the story missions, with the exception of Yoreli's. I haven't finished her stupid thing because you have to do freaking. You gotta do freaking races on your stupid Back to the Future ass freaking hoverboard shit.
I hate racing games. I suck at them.
Well, it's not so much racing as you gotta do tricks. You gotta do specific tricks, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater kind of stuff. It's kind of hard.
The only trick I was able to do in that game was to see how much pavement I could eat.
That's pretty much what you have to do in this one, because those things can like fly at like 100 miles an hour, and you try to do tricks, and all of a sudden you hit a rock and go BLAH! Wait, hold on.
You basically become a bug on a windshield.
My mind just went to Men in Black 1. Freaking mosquito.
Mosquito.
Or whatever the hell it was,
Cockroach.
No, on the beginning of the movie. The one that flew into the windshield. It was like a dragonfly or a mosquito or something. Oh, Jesus Christ, yep.
Damn!
50% efficiency, but holy shit, yep. Strong. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 15 energy per enemy hit. And if you hit 4 more enemies, that's 30. Wow. 4 enemies refunds the entire amount it take to cast it. Shit. That's better than 7 per hit. The problem is that takes up half my energy for one cast. Again,
Al says acrobatics can be easy in Warframe. They are agile despite the build of some of them, like Atlas or the Dragonborn Warframe.
Oh, Chroma, yeah.
I assume there's a reason he calls it the Dragonborn Warframe.
You can breathe ice, fire, lightning, or toxic.
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
You also summon well, not so much summon as you peel your skin off and it becomes a flying dragon effigy.
Yeah.
It's
That
not
sounds like something Nidus would do.
Well,
Midas is all about the weird, creepy body horror stuff.
Well, hold on. I don't have it equipped at the moment. That's right. I switched out for Mesa. So Chroma. So okay, I got him with his Grax armor on. So a Grenier style. I gotta change his colors though. They're not. But basically, the effigy. So that's him without his outer armor. Basically, he just wears an outer thing of dragon scale armor that turns into a little floating effigy that attacks enemies. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember you talking. I think I remember you talking about that before.
yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he has. I guess you have a point. All Prime Warframes are body horror, given their origins.
Warframes in general. The primes are the prototypes of all the standard ones we find.
Now, this is something I don't really understand that goes on a lot in science fiction. Why the prototypes are better than the mass production units?
It's because they all have the most. Well, they were the first and the most.
No, I mean like in Warframe, in Gundam, in Super Robot Wars. It's always the prototypes are like, the ultimate of everything, but then the actual thing is, kind of...
Well,
garbage.
it's because you gotta remember, also prototypes have a lot of resources put into them, so when it comes time to mass produce them, you're gonna want to cut costs down.
I think Chroma just dabbed.
Now, Criminal's about to go freaking Dragon Rage ballistic shit.
Ah.
Octavia Prime. There's a funny ability you can put on her that makes. She's all about sound and everything with all her attacks, and they can all benefit their teammates. Except that you can.
Her torso is a guitar. Or a violin. What the hell?
Yeah, she's literally the sound Warframe.
Uh-huh.
I gave her Banshee's silence ability. Because silence negates enemy abilities. So if you got like an enemy Eximus who's about to do their shockwave, or you got a Grenier heavy gunner who's about to do the ground send and knock you down, silence cancels that. It also works on Necromechs in the freaking isolation vault on Deimos. They can't use any of their abilities. They can't fire their artillery while it's active, and they technically can't hear you coming, which means you can sneak attack them for double damage. So it's kind of funny.
I also just noticed this, and it'll probably ruin it for you forever, but her faceplate thing looks kind of like Lord Zed.
I know. It don't bother me at all. I made that same joke. Yeah, this build, again, from 2-star players, this is the drop the base Octavia build.
Of course.
But her with silence is pretty good. All of her stuff is all sound based, and it does adds damage buffs to allies or stuns enemies.
That's different than what you said. He said the non-prime warframes were made using pure infested metal and not just made from humans immune to pain.
Oh, trust me, they weren't immune to pain. I know you've played the. I know you've gone through Umbra's story. That dude felt nothing but pain the entire time. And technically, Umbra is a prime warframe.
Remember correctly, Umbra actually replaced Excalibur Prime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interestingly enough, people who managed to get Excalibur Prime before they released Umbra were able to keep Excalibur Prime and Umbra. So there's like 30 people on the entire planet that have Excalibur Prime.
And most of them probably work at DE. Okay, I'm gonna change my freaking fingers.
That dancing is starting to get on my nerves. Sort of like the menu music in Mexibus, because it's not bad, but it gets real repetitive real fast.
Yeah. Let's see now.
Well, I think the stuff the protagonist from Dark Sector had was sort of the basis of all Warframes, so I think that's sort of an obvious comparison. What's up with the guy in the upper right corner who looks like he's just wearing a suit? That guy just looks like he's wearing a...
That's Baruch's standard skin.
Oh, okay.
Got a really easy build to do. This can be done on either Titania Prime or standard Titania, but this build I have here. Well, first of all, there's no forma for this at all. You don't even need to have a Prime continuity. You can have regular ass continuity. I put the Prime on there because I had it. But this is all you need. All you gotta do is just farm for these two. This you get in higher level missions. This you get from Umbra's mission. Everything else you can get normally. But you have all that. And what you do is you change Titania's her third ability to Gauss's Thermal Sunder. Tapping it does cold, holding it down does heat, unless you go to the menu and switch Gauss's button inputs so you can just tap for heat. And the funny thing is about Titania is she can transform into a Tinkerbell sized thing, and while she's flying around like an Archwing with her own Archwing style weapons, she can thermal sunder everything in her heart's content in a how big? A 33.6 meter radius.
That's something like a little over 110 feet.
Yeah. So, and that's just like, and here's the funny thing. If you double tap heat, it puts massive heat procs on enemies and they just start melting. You double tap cold, they freeze solid. You do heat, then cold, or cold, then heat, explosion. And if you want to run through, if you just want to blaze through missions in order to farm things, this is the best build because not only are you near impossible to hit in your small size, but Thermal Sunder can pretty much kill anything, and you don't even need much power at all. It's the base heat damage this thing does is already 1,000. Just increase it by a little bit. You could kill.
To be specific, that is a radius of 110 feet and 3 inches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Chewie showed me Archwings one time before, so yeah, I know they're basically like Infinite Stratus or hundreds.
Yeah, you can do the Archwings in Atmosphere too if you got the item. But yeah. But this build right here, Augur Reach for range and for the refund for the.
I suppose it's important to ask: do you have Titania?
You get her through the Silver Grove mission. If you don't know where to find that, okay, you know how there's factions in the game, right? Well, if you go to, I'll just have Titania clip right now. If you go to, let's see, it's showing you right. If you go to New Laka, if you go to the
hello, creepy lady.
If you go to the relay and talk to her in person, she gives you the Silver Grove mission. You complete the Silver Grove, you get the blueprint for Titania. Farming the pieces for her, you got to I think you gotta bring this item back to the Grove anytime you're on Earth because it spawns sometimes in Earth missions. You spawn a Grove Guardian. You kill the Guardian, you can get a piece of Titania from that. But I'm going to look real quick at the Warframes. Titania.
Oh, he said he does not have Titania yet.
Let's see if I'm right. Take flight in this minute.
Okay, no I do not, and yes, I am okay with New Loka.
You don't have to be good with them or anything. You can be any level. They could hate your fucking guts and they'll still give you the mission. But yeah, as it says right here, blueprint and component blueprints for Titania are awarded by completing the Silver Grove quest. So I think you get all of it regardless. You just have to make her. And yeah, She comes with Spellbind, which just knocks enemies into the air. They kind of float around, they take extra damage while they're in the air, and it makes your allies immune to status effects. Hold to put the immunity on yourself instead. Tribute kind of does something similar to Protea and Trinity with different varying effects. Lantern just turns an enemy into a beacon that everyone goes running toward, and they don't see the giant razor flies until they murder them. And then, of course, turn into the Razor Wing, which fly around, you slash, you stab, you shooty bang bang. Tinkerbell's pissed. She's on the rag.
No comment.
And these things are pretty much those little razor flies from SCP. The metallic butterflies and the
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's.
I don't like thinking about SCP and bugs because then I think about the Bone Hive, and the Bone Hive makes me sad.
Yeah, but that's basically it. Or if you have the real fun money to get the 660 platinum required, you can get her, a custom helmet, one of the cooler gunblades in the game, a sidearm that's an infested pustule that you throw at people, a Syandana, boosters, and a stance I have not been able to find because of how infrequently it drops. That is specifically for the Sarpa gunblade. There are 3 gunblades currently. Actually, there's 4. The Redeemer, the Sarpa, the Stropa, and and this weird Grenier chainsaw, and I can't remember what it's called. And there's only 2 of these stances for them. One is base for shotguns, the other one is built for machine pistol, which the Sarpa is. But it's a gunblade, so it has a little stabby dagger thing at the end of it. But yeah, there's a bunch of different options of getting things. Whoop. We'll go here real quick and let me see where I got that one mod. Mods, here we go. That scared me.
The whole game just froze for a second. What the hell?
Yeah, I kind of that spooked me. Okay, there was a mod.
Too spooky for me.
Yeah, there's a mod I wanted to. Oh, hold on. Not that one. It was the other drift mod.
Did I lock the cat in the bathroom?
I don't think. That's a fucking weird ass question. There it is. Okay, where do I find this? Oh, you get this on Lua, the moon.
To make things easier for future reference, my frames are Atlas, Chroma, Gara, Garuda, Inaros, Korra, and Nidus.
Okay.
For primes, and the others are Harrow, Loki, Revenant, Styanax, Wukong, and Umbra.
Okay. I'll have to write that. I have to write that down. Okay. Cool. I'm trying to think. Ooh, hold on. I think there was a build for Atlas that used something from Grendel, which is kind of hard to get unless you bought him.
Oh, and Zephyr. Zephyr Prime.
Oh, Zephyr. Zephyr Prime has actually gotten really strong now. If you combine her with Caliban's ability, the Sentient Wave attack, or whatever it's called, she can do absurd damage now. She used to be good. Okay, when Zephyr was first released, she was good, and then she became not so good because there were other frames that were doing stuff better than she did, and now she's good again with the helmet system. She's back in the meta. I hate the fact there's actually a meta here, but whatever. Yeah, that thing. So you put this on her, and there's a fun combo you do with her tornadoes and this, and she does tons of damage. But okay, okay. So Atlas, I don't think I have his ability here, but there is one ability you can throw on him. That I think again, 2-star players, look them up. I think he called the there it is. He called the build Toxic Masculinity.
Good God.
You put Nourish on Atlas. It can... Yeah. Gives you an inch. Let's see. Damage. Oh, yeah. Oh! It makes your attacks do toxin, and it also boosts the damage. Makes you get more energy, and gives you armor as well. Huh. Okay, I don't really understand how it would be, Yeah, I don't have Atlas Prime yet. I only have regular Atlas. I'm missing like 2 pieces from the Prime. Again, it requires farming, and I hate farming because I don't get the things that I want. Never do. Like Grendel's the one that gives nourish. I gotta remember when it does. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's my Zephyr Prime. Oh yeah, I gotta show off my Zephyr. Yeah, check out this Zephyr Prime.
Damn!
Yeah, there was a contest a while back when they were doing the Prime resurgences, and they had Zephyr and Rhino Prime up for you could buy as a bundle. So I got this. I modified it, and I entered in the contest. I won 3rd place and got like 500 platinum for it, and like a little commendation in DE's newsletter saying like, oh, here, 3rd place, you know, Angelic Zephyr, or no, sorry, Archangel Zephyr.
Gundam Wing Zero Requiem.
So they call it Zephyr Archangel. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this is my build. She's awesome, and she's got really good stats. With her strength stat being at 170 now, so. Again, this is very useful on any frame that if you can figure out how to balance stuff. Also, this on her is ridiculous. Because she has the ability to hover in midair. While you're in midair with aerodynamic, you take 24% less damage. So she can hover and shoot things. It's like, haha, you can hurt me.
Good God.
Yeah.
That's unfair.
Doesn't help she also can kamikaze. Tailwind. Ba-da!
Of course.
Wait. See, look. Hover, 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 hover. And then shoot enemies. And then, yes, you can do it. Ba-bam!
Dear God.
Bonk on the head. Air burst, not people. Just ragdoll.
What the Huh?
Whee! Either knock them aside or pull them together. Blech. Fucking.
Good God.
They just gave up on life. They're like, turbulence. Oh yeah, turbulence makes all projectiles, including lasers, reflect around her.
How the hell does that work?
The power of God and enemy on her side.
You know what? I'll buy it.
And then tornado, which literally...
It does what it says on the table.
Yep. Yep, and it makes multiple. Bye. Ah! This is the picture again. Ah! Tornado. Ah! Bye, friends. Yeah, there's a mod for this that you can... where it'll turn them into 8 mini tornadoes. They don't lift up enemies, though, to make them more vulnerable. But you pair that with Caliban's Sentient Wrath, and then you start... because not only does Sentient Wrath negatively affect the enemy for status-wise, but these will also... but it knocks them in the air. So when these start triggering, it'll keep them in the air, and then the funny thing about the tornadoes is whatever damage you hit them with, the tornado becomes that element.
Good God.
So you start putting like viral or gas damage or fire in there, and all of a sudden you got 8 mini tornadoes that are fucking... Yeah. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of cool things I learned, not just from... I also learned a few things from that from actually talking to people. Trying to find what goes well on him. There isn't really anything. Like Umbra, his kit's fine. I mean, he's got like one ability I want to get rid of, but I can't think of anything that would work on him. And it's kind of pissing me off because he used to be my main.
You got any suggestions, Alistair? Oh, I realized I'm probably too far away from the microphone.
Oh. Yeah, I still haven't finished the freaking sentient ephemera yet. Oh well. Yeah, I think I gave him...
Umbra.
Yeah, I gave him Fire Blast instead of his...
No, I was answering his question.
Oh. Yeah, instead of his Slash Dash, I gave him Fire Blast to strip armor, but because he doesn't have the heat gauge that Ember does, it's not nearly as effective. It does strip 75% of armor, though. Keep the radio howl.
No, he doesn't really have any ideas either.
Yeah, that really sucks because...
Umbra looks neat, but evidently he's about as useful as a fart in a whirlwind.
You say that, but if you're playing Zephyr, you just throw gas damage and makes those tornadoes death. Yeah, I don't honestly know what to give him. It's pissing me off. Oh, there's the... Oh, I didn't finish loading that sword up either. The free sword.
The what?
The free sword that you could get because the death battle had Excalibur versus Raiden from Metal Gear Rising.
Huh.
Yeah, Excalibur won.
Yeah, no shit.
Not for lack of trying, though. I mean, Raiden's sword did break almost every weapon that Excalibur used. But because of that death battle, there was a special giveaway for an alternate helmet, a in-game glyph, I think, and a mist sword. I told you and Jonathan about it, and you gave Jonathan the code. I think, yeah. We were talking about like a while back. Now, back when you were talking about actually want to get into this game. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Oh, Al says if Raiden won, I call bullshit.
No, he didn't. It was Excalibur. I mean, they even compared Excalibur. Oh, didn't know this. I didn't know my bad.
Raiden is a cyborg, Excalibur is a miniature Gundam.
But to be fair, that cyborg also took on a Gundam-sized bug monster and dueled it to death with its own arm.
While listening to offensively loud J-Rock.
Yeah, pretty much. But they did compare Excalibur's strength to that of Atlas when they did the breakdown for it. Because Excalibur was technically one of the most powerful Warframes. I call bullshit now with all the shit we have here. But, yeah, if Atlas could literally fragment an asteroid that could have wiped out all life on the planet Earth, then compared to Raiden's feat of lifting several tons, yeah. The only advantage he had was his freaking vibration sword. Destabilize the molecular bomb. Molecular. I hate English language.
Not like any of the other languages are any easier.
German surprisingly is.
German just makes you sound like you're pissed off all the time.
Well, you live in America. Is that a problem?
Not necessarily. Unless you go with Amish German. Oh, Al, I think he did already. Are you talking about the, he said to show me the deep one frame, and I think you already showed me that's the one with the weird cloak shit, isn't it?
The deep one. Alistair, you're talking about Hydroid or Sevagoth? Because deep one makes you think Cthulhu, and there's an actual water pirate kraken monster Warframe.
Hydroid.
Ah, Hydroid. I don't have the Prime, but basically, I can't. Okay, I think I still have him. I do. It'd be Davy Jones.
Is it just me, or does that look like Ina's uncle?
Slam attacks have a 50% chance to summon a tentacle for 15 seconds. It's tentacle of water. So, Katara water bending kind of thing. Tempest Barrage. Boom! Basically someone that can't... a literal broadside of water pellets. And if you charge it, it does more damage.
Yeah, it very well could be Ina's uncle.
Yeah. Tidal Surge. Turn into a wave of water.
He has a tentacle that's sort of acting like an eye patch.
Yeah, he's a pirate.
I just noticed that.
Undertow. Turn into a pool of water and start eating people.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me that.
And then Tentacle Swarm, which... Ah! Whack, whack, whack. Summon... Release the Kraken! Yeah, fun thing, it does magnetic damage.
What?
I don't know, it does. It does. Fun fact, you can actually go undertow and then use that while you're undertow for boosted damage.
Yeah, I think I remember that from last time.
Another fun thing you can do with this character is if you give him Mag's pull ability, you can actually pull enemies into him while he's in the undertow.
Ew.
So,
That sounds like a very dangerous combination.
and Hydra is one of the other ones that has infinite scaling damage.
Oh, of course.
That thing, the undertow, is the longer you're in it, and the more damage it does. So if you have a shit ton of energy that you can just blow through, yeah, just base, not really that much upgraded. Damage goes up by 2.5% per second. And it can, I think there's a mod that lets it get corrosion on it, so it can actually corrode armor. So basically,
That's just all kinds of unpleasant.
yep. Yar, I have no need to fear the ocean, for the ocean is here on land. Yar, yar, yar. Funny thing is, he actually does get a pirate hat as one of his other helmets.
Oh, of course. Just like the old ones, Alistair says.
Let's see, there's the Hydroid Ketos, which gives him the little dingle freaking
Gives him the little,
anglerfish lantern.
yeah.
And also, really, one ugly motherfucker face.
Ooh.
Yar, I be Davy Jones now. A tricorn and everything.
And a weird, goopy beard.
Yeah. Let's see, there's the Hydroid Grax skin, which just gives him a...
That makes him look like a Chinese pirate.
I kind of dig it, actually. Let's see, there's an alternate helmet for him right there, which gives him just...
That just straight up looks like Cthulhu.
He put an octopus on his head. The Hydroid Poseidon skin, which...
That looks more like a... Yeah, the word is failing me.
Yeah.
Hydroid is just Ina's pirate uncle.
Yeah. Then there's this weird smooth brain. Hydroid Rakam skin. Oh, hi!
You look interesting.
Oh, that's straight up a pirate. That's straight up a zombie pirate. Look at that. Is that the... Yo, he's got the coat. He's got the coat and everything. Except, where's that water coming from?
I think it's like coming from inside the coat.
It is the coat.
Yeah, it's coming from inside the coat.
No, look, I'm looking inside the coat right now.
No, from inside the coat.
Oh,
Not from under the coat, inside the coat.
yeah. And he's got his legs too. Ew. Huh.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards Gura now.
Yeah, what other skins besides that can you get? The Grax, the Poseidon, no, those are the only skins you can get, but yeah. Hydroid Prime looks a little better, but I don't have him. Again, some of these, some of the artifacts that give these frames are vaulted permanently, so, but you can't get them. They are doing this new Resurgence thing where if you collect this special item, you can trade for the relics that drop it, but then again, It's not fucking guaranteed you're gonna get it.
Yeah, just as disturbing as Gura can be. Need I remind you about the shark egg womb? You missed it, but Chewie just had an entire convulsion.
Where's Umber? I need to put him back on there before I was just Umber, where the fuck did you get back here? Hey, Umber? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh, scared me. Don't do that. I need my sanity. For whatever's left of it.
I was gonna say.
Alright, see times. Okay.
Oh, did you ever see the video of Gura eating bath pizza?
Oh no! I don't know what it is. I don't want to know.
There's your answer, Al.
I don't
Should
know.
I show him?
I don't know what it is, but I don't want to know.
This isn't a beach, it's a bathtub.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. No. This was. I think that'll be it for the stream. This is just supposed to be a test run anyway. We had some people pop in. We had some chatting. It's good.
Everything's gonna be working good to me.
All right. Cool. So hopefully next week I'll actually have. Next week I'll have the. Yeah. All right. Going out to chat or anyone else who views this video after the fact. Next week I will have. It's set to open, so people can join in on me and we do missions together. And hopefully, during the end of the year, all you people who are on PlayStation and PC can also join me on some fun adventures. Until then,
And we can go full stupid mode.
yeah. Until
So
then,
until then, bye-bye.